We all make money mistakes, but some are far more costly than others, especially when we're young. We think I'll figure it out later, but later often comes with a much higher price tag. Today, we're diving into the financial mistakes you'll absolutely thank yourself for catching early.
I'm so glad we're talking about this because the best time to fix a financial mistake is 10 years ago. The second best time is right now.
Okay, so let's get right into it. A major pitfall identified for the coming year is pretty basic: the failure to establish a budget. Without a clear plan and tracking expenses, it's just so easy to overspend, which leads to stress and totally sabotage goals.
Exactly. It's like driving without a map. You might be moving, but you have no idea if you're heading in the right direction or just wasting gas. You feel busy, but you're not actually getting anywhere.
Right. So, this isn't just about knowing where your money goes, but about actively directing it. What's the real cost of that lack of direction, especially when you're young?
The real cost is opportunity cost. It's massive. That money you accidentally overspent on impulse buys or subscriptions you forgot about could have been invested. A relatively small mistake at a young age is particularly costly because of compounding. A financial loss of, say, $50,000 at age 40 could cost you over $350,000 in potential earnings over the next 40 years. The earlier the mistake, the more future money you're leaving on the table.
That compounding loss is staggering. It's a clear message that budgeting isn't just a chore, it's a strategic imperative. Now, beyond budgeting, what's another critical savings gap many young adults are falling into?
I see. So, moving from planning to protection.
Exactly. Following up on budgeting, another huge mistake is neglecting to build an emergency savings fund. Without that financial cushion, unexpected expenses like car repairs can quickly lead to debt, often made worse by misusing credit cards and racking up high interest balances.
And that high interest debt is a silent killer. It doesn't just eat away at your principal, it actively grows, making it incredibly hard to get ahead. It's designed to keep you in the trap.
That makes sense. But the idea of saving 3 to 6 months of expenses feels so daunting for someone just starting out. It can feel impossible.
It is daunting. And that's why the advice to just save 6 months of expenses can be counterproductive. The key is to start small. A much better first step is to aim for a more manageable goal, like $1,000. Just getting that first $1,000 set aside creates a powerful psychological buffer. It proves you can do it and gives you a taste of that financial peace of mind.
It's a double-edged sword of no safety net and mounting interest. This brings us to another mistake that might seem distant, but has massive future implications.
You mean the one everyone puts off?
The very one. We've talked about immediate budgeting and emergency funds, but let's talk about the far future. Delaying saving for retirement is a mistake with substantial long-term consequences, primarily due to missed compound interest.
Absolutely. Time is the most powerful asset when it comes to retirement. Starting even with small amounts in your 20s or early 30s can fundamentally change the outcome compared to starting in your 40s or 50s. It's the difference between a gentle uphill walk and trying to scale a cliff.
I think for a lot of people, retirement feels so abstract and far away. It's hard to prioritize it over more immediate wants and needs.
I get that. But think of it this way. Every dollar you invest in your 20s is like your most productive employee. It has 40 plus years to work for you day and night. A dollar you invest in your 50s only has about a decade. You'd have to invest so much more later on just to catch up with what your younger self's small, consistent contributions could have achieved almost effortlessly.
So, the message is clear: time is money, especially for retirement. These financial missteps aren't just about numbers. They have a profound emotional impact too.
Oh, for sure. That's often the part we don't talk about enough.
It's crucial to understand that these financial mistakes, like budgeting failures or debt accumulation, also take a significant emotional toll. They can lead to regret, shame, and even avoidance of financial matters, often stemming from a fundamental lack of financial education.
And that emotional paralysis is incredibly damaging. When you feel shame or fear around money, you're less likely to seek help or learn, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. It can even bleed into your relationships.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it can lead to what's sometimes called financial infidelity, where people hide spending or debt from their partners out of shame. It corrodes trust and negatively affects your self esteem, making you feel like you're failing not just with money, but as a person.
A cycle that underscores why prioritizing financial literacy through resources like those from the FDIC or Khan Academy is so vital. Catching these money mistakes early truly sets you up for a more secure future. So, to wrap this up, what are the absolute key takeaways for our listeners?
First, create a budget. It's not about restriction, it's about giving your money a purpose. Second, build an emergency fund, even if you start with just $1,000, and aggressively pay down high interest debt. Third, start saving for retirement now, no matter how small the amount. Time is your greatest ally. And finally, remember that these mistakes have an emotional cost. Don't let shame stop you from learning. Educating yourself is the single best investment you can make.